And it really comes down, I think, to the differences or the lack of differences that exist between the Democratic and the Republican Party. You know, the difference are minimal, and I think more illusory than real. One addresses you in a certain tone, another curses at you and spits on you. But ultimately, both of them are parties that have sold their souls, you know, to wealth, to big business. Some just more blatantly than others. Neither of them really have a vision that really talks to average folk and that betters their life, you know, because I think ultimately both parties recognize that America is in an economic downturn, spiral, a quasi-depression, a depression that affects the poor and the working class, but a depression that enriches the wealthy and those who, you know, are trading on Wall Street. I mean, recently we heard about a bump on the Dow Jones average. I mean, people who were trading on Wall Street went into a fit because it was announced that something like 750,000 new jobs. You know? Right. Oh, right. Well, that harms my stock average.
Right.
Why don't people celebrate that? That you have 750,000 people working, more people. No, it didn't happen that way. The Dow took a tumble, and people were terrified. And people were talking about, oh, well, it'll be another, stock fall. And there's something wrong there. There's something wrong there when people getting jobs is bad news. And it talks about the direction and the function of this economy. And how biased and how bent this economy is. Then, you know, we don't live in a vacuum. You know, this is a complex economic structure. But it's very clear that whose interests are reflected on Wall Street and whose interests are reflected on Main Street. In this country, in this culture, you know, we have elected black people into positions of prominence and power. But those black people don't exercise any power, not to the interest of those people, you know. They know that they may have a black mayor in their city, but that don't stop the policemen from kicking them in their ass, from beating them down, you know. I just read recently in the Amsterdam News about your city, New York, the police stopping kids, 14, 15, 16, and putting them in a lineup. At first they offer them 15, 20. Hey kid, you want some money? If the kid says no, well, come on anyway. What's this, New Age slavery? You can put a child in a lineup, and if this kid gets picked, his whole life is transformed in a moment. Does he have a choice? Is he a free being? And they know in their heart of hearts, if they don't have the freedom to walk down the street, well, damn it, what kind of freedom do they have? And all they hear in class is about, oh, Martin Luther King, he fought and he died for us, and he's a great leader. And they say, I ain't trying to hear that shit. You know. A recent book was written, and this is why that thought came to my mind about Martin King. And it's called Amazing Grace. And it talks about a hellish neighborhood, Mott Haven in the Bronx. I know the Bronx. I worked in the Bronx when I was working with the Ministry of Information of the Black Panther Party. I was selling papers in the Bronx. Got frozen out there at 2 o'clock in the morning, going in them bars, selling that Panther paper. But he talked about a bitter, vicious, genocidal reality in Mott Haven. And when he talked to these 7, 8, 9-year-old, and he, of course, is Jonathan Kosel, who wrote the book. When he talked to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old kids, they said they felt that the people downtown, the rich people, the bankers, the stockbrokers, he said, they don't hate us so much. They just wish we were never born. These are kids. And they feel that in their heart of hearts. You know, And when they have those politicians out there talking about, well, all you need to do is go to school and just say no, and they ain't trying to hear that. They know this thing is wrong. They know it in their guts. They know it in their souls. And if they know it's wrong, if you can't say it, then damn it, don't say nothing to them.
Mumia Abu-Jamal's life is valuable to all human life. Mumia Abu-Jamal's life is valuable to this earth. Mumia Abu-Jamal's wisdom, his knowledge, is valuable to our offspring, to the young, to the unborn. We got to free Mumia Abu-Jamal, brick by brick, wall by wall. We have to free Mumia Abu-Jamal. Let's send a message May 17th.